As head of state in residence at the Boston University. For the next 2 months, I will be here until the end of May this year. In that period, I'm going to be taught, and I'm also going to teach. So I give lectures, and I'm also tutored. I'm going to give talks in Atlanta, some colleges there. I will also be going to North Carolina. We're going to New York. We're going to even talk at Harvard and several other colleges in the United States of America. So I'm bringing messages of hope from Kenya to the American people. Before I left Kenya, I called President Uhuru Kenyatta. And I told him, I'm off to America. He was surprised. He said, how long are you going to be away? I said, 2 months. He said, that's too long. I said, yes, maybe it will be good for me to be out of the country. Then I told him that when I'm outside, I'm going to be a good ambassador for Kenya. Because when I'm outside, I don't fight outside Kenya. Those are issues we deal with when we are back home. When I'm out here, I'm an eminent ambassador, ambassador extraordinary for the Republic of Kenya. So I just want you to know that Kenya is going through some difficult periods right now. But I want you to know that the prospects are good going forward. Every country goes through the kind of period that we're going through in our country. Even in this country, the time when Obama took over, there was Great Depression. Remember the Fannie Mae scandal. The interest rates went haywire. Recession was too high. They had to come up with a stimulus program to jumpstart the economy again. We've had also a similar situation in the past, and we dealt with them. And even what we are going through right now, we'll deal with them as Kenyans going forward. The critical issues that we are dealing with right now in Kenya are unemployment, 2, insecurity, 3, issues of corruption in the country, and poverty generally. There are issues which can be dealt with, and there are short-term, medium-term, and long-term solutions to some of the problems which our country is facing today. We here are outside our country. You are like our ambassadors in the United States of America. Each time I'm out of the country, I make it a point of meeting and talking to Kenyans. And my message has always been that you should be like the Jews, who can be a 2nd, 3rd, 4th generation American, but is still a Jew from Israel. So when the mother Israel is in distress and calls, they answer. You people must also be prepared to answer when Mother Kenya is calling, because you must consider yourself part and parcel of the Kenyan society. When I started talking to Kenyans here, they were very disappointed about the neglect. Kenyans were particularly very concerned about dual citizenship and the right to vote. And we actually worked very hard to ensure that dual citizenship was included in the new constitution. And also gave the Kenyans the right to vote wherever they are outside the country. Unfortunately, this was not realized in the last general elections. For reasons which the Electoral Commission explained, whether they are plausible, I don't know. But it was not possible at that time for Kenyans to vote. We now hope that the coming elections, Kenyans will be enabled to participate in the elections. I've seen that the Kenyan embassy in Washington has begun a program of issuing ID cards for Kenyans resident in the United States. I think that's a good starting point, so that they can register as voters, even those who are out of status for a problem here. We know that the Kenyan diaspora is a very important component of our economy. They remit a lot of money back home. The remittances from Kenyan diaspora is over $1 billion today. It's very substantial and contributes very immensely to our economy. And that's the reason why we don't just want it to be a one-way traffic. We also want to come up with incentives to these people. One is the opportunity for Kenyans to invest back home, even if you're here. But you can still have something going on back there. And opportunities exist in several fields. For example, in real estate. It's a real opportunity for people to invest. And that is an investment which can never go wrong. If you invest, for example, in real estate. In the financial market, there are also opportunities for Kenyans to invest in the financial markets. So I know that there are programs to really expand this and make it easier for Kenyans to do it. I've seen, for example, initiatives which have already been taken for Kenyans to be able to transfer money cheaply from here back home. I know that some, for example, here is leading in that regard through M-Pesa. Put your money here, and in the next minute, it is the other side of the Atlantic. So, and I know that Kenyans who live here want to feel very much part and parcel of the Kenyan society. Now, 3 years ago I was here. I was hosted by the governor of Massachusetts for dinner in honor of Kenyan athletes who are going to compete in the Boston Marathon. They were actually honoring all Kenyans who had won Boston Marathon at one time or the other at that time. They had won it 19 times. And if they won it that time, it would be the 20th time. And they did win it 2 days later. So next month, there's also going to be Boston Marathon again. I've been invited to attend. And I've agreed that I will be there. We've also submitted an invitation to Lupita Nyong'o to come and join. And I hope that I will see many of you people there on that particular day as we cheer our Kenyan heroes, those ambassadors who have continued all the times to do so well and raise the Kenyan name all over the world.